rises causes the float to rise, which causes the gate to rotate, until we get to a point where the gate is fully open and water is flowing in through the defences. Here's the bank, so this is round the other way, but the water is flowing in and filling up the marsh as it is now. And as the tide continues to rise, so the gate will close at a predetermined point and stop those high tides from overfilling the marsh and causing an increased risk of flooding. It's all very adjustable, and I won't bore you with the details, but we can adjust the point at which it starts to open, the point at which it starts to close, how long it's open in between, and how fast it rotates to some extent. And as I say, on the new gate, what happens is that as this float rises, there's a gearing, which means that the gate actually rotates twice as fast, more or less, so that it opens and closes again more quickly than this version. It'll fill a bit on the incoming tide, the gate will close, and then as the tide drops again, it's highly likely that the marsh will still fill a bit more before it then starts to drain. So what we end up with is a slightly different tidal cycle in here to that which is out there. And indeed, owing to the way that tides rise and fall on a spring tide, it's probably